Past it.
About 5 feet past. 5 feet past the lily pads.
Okay, I have to lift it up and drag it in.
Okay.
Okay.
And the pump is the pressure system for the cottage. Yeah. Okay.
Here, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna lift it up. I'll show what it looks like. Oh, on the pressure pump, but just wait.
Okay, that's the water line for the pressure pump. Up to what? Upstairs for our drinking water and
our tap water.
and tap water and the toilet.
Everything.
And the toilet, everything, all the water supply. Okay. Right. Okay. So we lifted the box off
To expose this
plumbing. The plumbing system. Okay.
That's the pressure pump.
This is the pressure pump. Okay.
This is the pressure tank.
This is the pressure tank.
The pump takes the water from the lake, pushes it through this pipe, through those valves, ultimately up to the lake.
Up to the cottage.
Yes. Okay. Now
To drain the system. Yeah.
There's a valve here.
There's a valve. Okay.
Okay. And we open this. If I'll open it out, this opens up.
Okay.
Right? And lets the water out.
Lets the water out. Look, that's all in there.
Yeah.
So we're not going to enter it now.
No.
So from here.
Yeah.
Do you detach it?
Yeah. It comes apart here.
Okay. So let me see. So there's those clamps. We unscrew the clamps.
No, I think I can do it from here. I'm not sure.
Wait.
It'll come out here somehow.
So either unscrew the clamps, but you think that maybe you can loosen that up.
That's right. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you have to pull it out. How far is it?
Past it.
About 5 feet past. 5 feet past the lily pads.
Okay. I have to lift it up and drag it in.
Okay.
Okay. To drain all the water out of this line. To drain the water.
And how do you lift it?
Well, just grab it and lift it up.
Oh, okay. And then you've got that foot valve on it. We went over that with the hot tub.
Yeah, it stays on. Okay.
The foot valve stays on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll explain one more thing. Now, this is where the power comes in. This is where you can disconnect. Okay.
Okay.
This is the power supply.
This is the power supply. Okay.
If I unplug it, the pump won't work.
Okay.
So I can either plug it here and work on the pump, or I can shut the breaker off and leave it plugged in.
So if we were to start draining the pump and everything, we'd have to unplug that. We'd have to unplug this.
Or shut the power off.
Or shut the power off upstairs.
Yeah. Okay.
And then all you're doing is unscrewing that, taking that hose out, draining the hose.
Right.
This stays on here. Does this stay on?
Yeah, it stays on.
And what about this thing? This stays on?
There's
all of this stuff just stays like it is.
The way it is.
And then you put the box back on?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This is the power supply.
This is the power supply. Okay.
If I unplug it, the pump won't work.
Okay.
So I can either plug it here and work on the pump, or I can shut the breaker off and leave it plugged in.
So if we were to start draining the pump and everything, we'd have to unplug that. We'd have to unplug this.
Or shut the power off.
Or shut the power off upstairs.
Yeah. Okay.
And then all you're doing is unscrewing that, taking that hose out, draining the hose.
Right.
This stays on here. Does this stay on?
Yeah, it stays on.
And what about this thing? This stays on?
There's
all of this stuff just stays like it is.
The way it is.
And then you put the box back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I left there's water in here, so
Okay.
I try to take the water up by lifting it. You have to move all this up. I will move it up.
Okay.
I take this up, lift it up, because the water will drain out
Yeah.
this valve.
Another valve. Okay, so then you lift this pipe up, drain the water out,
Open that valve.
and then you open up this valve.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
Turn it to the left.
Whatever way it turns. One turns one way.
Only turns one way. Okay. And then water will drain out of here.
And out of there.
And out of where?
Whatever water's in the system here, it'll drain out of there, as well as that pipe.
Okay. And what's this thing here for?
That's a generator pump, backup power supply.
Oh, it's a generator pump. It just stays there?
Yeah.
Oh, for water?
If we have
Where do you plug it into?
On the generator.
Oh, and then I noticed this is here. So does this anything happen with this?
Yeah, this is locked. Okay, and it's open. It's open there.
So show me locking.
Just close it.
Lock, perpendicular is locking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the valve is open like
That's
that.
open. Okay.
All right.
When you've come in the springtime, what have been some of the things you've had to solve for? Like you mentioned, like the
Well,
hose might have a crack in it, or
That hose had a crack in it,
yeah.
2 splits, and then I replaced it with one hose that had a split. I finally ended up putting another hose on here. It's okay.
Okay.
So that hose is okay. If I splits again, I got a replacement hose. So once that is done,
So you always keep a replacement hose here?
always do.
Always keep a replacement hose.
Yeah,
Okay.
so when this is apart, I'll put water in the line, the same way we did before, and then connect it together like that.
So in the springtime when you come, you'll take that hose. Where do you store that hose? Upstairs?
Just drag it out of the water right over here.
Just drag it out of the water and you just put it next to the cottage. And then you
No,
pour
I put it
water.
right in here, just right here.
Oh, just right along the
Yeah.
boathouse? Okay, then you pour water
Into the hose.
into the hose.
Same we did the hot
And then
tub.
do you pour water into this thing?
Eventually, when this is connected, yes, I have to put water.
Okay, then we go through the steps like this, like that we did before.
Yeah, that's right.
So you unscrew this. You make
Put a
sure that the
funnel.
water valve is shut off. You make sure the water
Yeah,
valve is
that's
shut
right.
off.
Yeah.
And then with the funnel, you start putting water through here. It's going down through here. It's going down into
It'll
there.
fill up. It'll fill up the rest of the
Okay.
line.
Okay, so then after you've run the water through here, it's gone down into here. Then you plug it in.
Yeah, plug it in and see if.
Then you plug it in here.
Yeah. plug
Okay,
it
so you
in.
don't want to plug it in before you've
No.
hooked up all your pipes.
Yeah. Okay. It plugs.
You said you know that it's working,
Because that pressure gauge will come up.
and what will you see on the pressure
But
gauge?
it'll be zero.
Yeah,
And right now it's full of pressure.
it'll be zero, and then it'll fill with pressure, and you'll just see the gauge change.
Yeah. Once I see some pressure building in the tank,
Once you see pressure building in the tank, yeah.
I open this thing up a
Then you-
little bit.
Okay.
Let the water. You can hear the water running through.
Uh-huh.
So it's going upstairs.
Yeah.
And then when I go upstairs, I go upstairs and I'll check all the taps and make sure they're okay. So
Like
this-
you'll open them up and make sure water's running.
Yes. And no
Okay.
leaks.
One's coming from the cottage
That's the
is
water.
attached, stays attached. It never gets unattached
That's right.
unless there's a leak, and then you know, and then you have to work on a
Then I have to look
solution.
at it, yeah.